Hello there. This'll set the Remoaners off like the damp squibs they are. So one of the big banks, HSBC, has come out and said that Brexit is not to blame for all this airport and travel chaos in the UK. You can imagine Remoaners now penning vitriolic emails to the bank's CEO threatening to pull their business, can't you? HSBC analysts are saying that the problems in the travel industry are just as bad or worse elsewhere in the world. For example, in the US, the situation is far worse than it is here. They have a massive shortage of staff and thousands of flights are being regularly cancelled. And it's also happening across Europe too. And in Germany, for example, they are turning to Turkey to supply them with security staff. And Turkey is outside the European Union, so the only reason they would do that is if there are no EU workers willing to work in German airports. Question for Remoaners: how can that possibly be? And further, it follows that were the UK still in the EU, it too would be the same for us. And the Germans are also looking at getting rid of VIP lanes because of the problems. And now we hear that Spanish Ryanair and EasyJet cabin crews are set to walk out in the coming few days. And Malaga Airport is also cancelling flights. Then there's Italy too. But why single any particular country out? Travel across Europe will be heavily disrupted for the summer holidays. Staff shortages and strikes abound. Anyone looking to travel for a relaxing break might find it more likely to heighten their blood pressure and leave them facing niggling worries about their return flights, and concerned about how much money they might end up losing as a result. This is actually a global problem, and the Oxford Economics said that in September last year, there were 2.3 million fewer people working in the global aviation industry than prior to the pandemic. But isn't it strange how the whole thing fell apart so quickly, but is taking so long to turn around? Travellers have got the money and want to travel, and presumably there were enough trained staff around pre-pandemic who now want to get back to work and earning money. Something does not add up. Unless the airline workers have reappraised the situation and are unwilling to go back to work at the old salary levels. Something that will push up travel prices, as will the now higher jet fuel prices. Jet fuel prices are normally a bit above the price for Brent crude, but for the last few months, jet fuel prices have spiked and have been at about $175 a barrel compared to $115 for Brent crude. Then there's the green lobby to consider. So we could soon start to see a trend for ever pricier international travel. Therefore, ever fewer passengers and ever fewer flights. The start of a new era of international travel being restricted to those who need to travel. You know, politicians, royalty, and other essential people. You know, like highly paid entertainers, actors and sports people. Or anyone else with a very thick wad of cash. Building airlines back better for the Great Reset.